Have you guys ever been hurt by gossip before?
Not that I heard.
He didn't hear that. He's
Me?
I heard from one of my friends that this girl had said about me that Emilio's cute until you talk to him or something.
Oh my god.
In high
oh
school.
no.
That's so mean.
That one kind of stung, I guess.
Dang.
Sorry, that's so funny.
Let's say you were locked in a room with people and they're gossiping. There's no way to remove yourself from the situation.
Well, there's one way. We can cut that.
Okay.
Well, thanks for ruining the party.
Yeah, this doesn't make me want to talk about it.
Exactly. Doesn't it work?
You killed the
Yeah.
vibe.
It's like an extinguisher, dude.
It is a fire extinguisher.
Yes. Oh.
If you don't have anything good to say about someone, just shut up.
There you go. Plain and simple, folks. That's how Luke does it.
Can't people order food and stuff from drones? And that delivers it to your door?
Oh, yeah, like those sidewalk doohickeys.
Might be in China.
How cool that would be? Because I heard, like, I saw
I think
things
they're
you
out in
can order it and
California.
like an hour or two later it'll be at your doorstep.
That's cool.
It just drops it off.
I think I've seen a video once. Hold on, I'm going to look that up.
That'd be so nice. Just
need to see it.
order
Nice.
something and it just delivers it right away.
I do think I don't want it to get out of hand. I don't want
Yeah.
there to just be drones flying everywhere.
Do you remember
Yeah.
when it would take at least like 7 to 10 business days for stuff to deliver?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
And it was the coolest thing. You'd like almost forget about it, and
Yep.
it shows up like 2 weeks later. Now it's Amazon Prime next day.
I wouldn't forget about it.
I was going to say, I feel
would
like the hype.
obsessively think about it.
True. Or like we'd order discs, and it would take like 2 weeks
Yeah.
from
It
the
used to
disc
be.
golf store. So
Yeah, I forgot about that website, the disc golf store. I remember when we first found that, we were ordering so many.
Where do you buy them now?
There's a place in West Bend called Sandy Knoll.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
a
have
pro
a shop
shop.
there. Yeah, Riverside disc golf shop.
Okay.
speaking of disc golf, you were just in Minnesota.
It's true. It
Want
was.
a little recap of that?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, the weather going into it did not look ideal. So
Yeah, because it was raining here a little bit when you left.
Yeah, so we're like, well, we're gonna make the best of it, you know. But yeah, it didn't end up raining at all. So we avoided the rain, which was awesome. And then yeah, it was just blue skies the rest of the time. I think maybe
looked
overnight
beautiful.
it rained once, and it was just perfect. Like
Yeah.
not too hot, but it was like hot enough. And I like to be a little bit warm when I play too. Like 80 degrees is like the nice sweet spot.
Really?
Yeah. No, I prefer my hands to be a little bit sweaty, just so that I can get like a good kind of like tacky grip on the disc, as
So
opposed to just having like dry hands.
like 7 or 8 years ago now, I think it was 7 years ago, it was when Joey, Wes, Jordan, and I went to Minnesota disc golf.
Yeah.
And on the way, we stopped in Eau Claire at Milwaukee Burger.
Company.
Yeah, Milwaukee Burger Company. And they had a burger challenge. I think I showed you the picture before, but that's when I ate this 8-stack burger.
It's so
It
big.
was huge.
Okay, yeah.
And I got all the way down to the last 2 patties, and I was almost going to throw up, so I stopped.
Yeah.
But the next day, dude, I felt so good. It was like 80, it was almost 90 degrees, and
Yeah,
I was
it was
just
hot.
sweating it all out, and I felt amazing. I had so much protein in me. I just felt, I was just living life. It was great. I didn't want to look at a burger for another like week or so, but
Yeah, dude. It was a
That was-
tower, like the tower
like,
of what is it?
so big. I could put a
Babylon?
picture up of it. Yeah.
You should.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
huge.
But yeah, it was a good time. It was nice to just take a little break from everything and just go out there, and I ended up finding some agates on the Mississippi
I saw
River.
that.
So that was peak.
Yeah.
I was like disc golfing, finding agates out there, like can't ask for much. No ticks, by the way. Not a single tick.
Wes
was
had
on
a
my
tick in
body.
his butt.
That's true. Wes ended up getting the only tick of the trip, and he was in the shower and he like found a tick on his ass. Like he was just like he was like wiping down and he's like, oh, there's a tick.
It's a good thing he felt it.
I know ticks are. That's
Just
why they're
crawling
so
up
scary. Yeah, a little close for comfort.
That would suck. But how many courses did you play? 4?
So we played. Preserve has 4 courses on it, but we played 2 of the 4,
Yeah.
and then we went to Copajo, which was another course, just outside Minneapolis.
Is
And
there is
then-
one course 18 holes or 18
Yeah, yeah.
holes? What do you call it?
Holes is right.
Holes?
You had it
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Sometimes they could
Showing your
have.
age over there. No, I'm kidding.
Sometimes they'll have 27, which is just
That's true.
that's a lot of disc golf.
It is.
That's always fun though.
But yeah, we played back to back at the Preserve. So we played 2 18s, 36. And then the next day we played 2 more. So they're both like within 10 minutes of Minneapolis. One none of us had played, and then the other one, Copacia, we played before. So it was a nice good mix of playing some of the best courses out there that we know, and then something new.
It's so beautiful out there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Heck yeah. Well, it looked fun. It looked beautiful.
Was
lots of good disc golf, good times.
Did you get some good pictures and video?
Yeah, no, I definitely took a little bit.
Okay, good.
Especially when we were on the Mississippi, I took some pictures and some videos.
Thanks for tuning into the Campfire Council Podcast. My name is Miranda, creator and designer of Sown in Strength. I am passionate about witness and evangelism. There is nothing more important than knowing Christ our Lord and Savior and making him known, the Great Commission. I aim to inspire Christians to confidently and effectively wear and share their faith. Go check out sownandstrength.com or Sown in Strength on Instagram. You can see all the current offerings of clothing and accessories, as well as blog posts that will encourage you in your walk with Christ. Don't forget to use code CAMPFIRE in all caps for 20% off. Now let's get back to the episode.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Campfire Council Podcast. My name is Luke, and joining with us on the council tonight, we have Joey
Hello.
And Emilio. And tonight, we are going to be talking a little bit of gossip.
That's true.
A little bit of gossip here, a little bit of gossip there.
I've been talking about both of you guys recently.
Good.
Only bad things. Because that's what you do when you gossip.
Exactly. So my first question is, why do we think for Christians gossip is so easy to do or considered like a small sin, I guess?
I guess because there's no like real severe consequence unless if that person finds out that you're talking about them, I would say. And it's just words, so it doesn't feel like it's all that much. I'll throw that in quotes, but
it can be easy. It feels like you're catching up with someone if you're like reminiscing or talking about someone that you know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys, have you heard someone say that it's a small sin?
It maybe
I have
that way.
I have before where it's like,
what was their name?
What was their name?
Let's talk.
Will.
Yeah. I see what you're doing here. His name is James.
I feel like it's just, I feel like people kind of write it off a little bit. I think it's so easy where like people love like the tea. People love it. Like they'll look for it, and it seems like such a harmless thing because essentially they're not hurting anyone in the moment, but it can for sure destroy relationships.
I think a lot of times too, you're like, oh, I'm just saying what happened.
Yep.
You know, like when you stop and think about it, you know what you're doing. Like you just don't want to admit that it's wrong. Yep. Or sometimes even like you may not even know that you're gossiping until like after the fact. Like especially if you're talking about your boss. I think that's where I fall into that. Where it's like it's so easy to talk about bosses in such a negative way, or just
we're gonna show this to your boss.
Yeah, right. Yeah, go ahead, show. But I feel like it's just an easy thing to just, you're with your coworkers at break time, the boss did something that, you know, either upset one person, and then it just kind of goes on those tangents of like, hey, like, yeah, they suck, or why did they always do it this way? And it's
before we go a little farther into it, one of my previous jobs, pretty much like all dudes, with some contractors, and the amount of crap that would like be talked before someone would walk in and after.
That's horrible.
Was crazy.
Man. That's horrible.
And like I did my absolute best to not like join in that, but it's just it was pretty bad. Like if they didn't like someone, they made it clear to everyone else. Like as soon as that customer left, it was just trash talking the entire time. That's holy.
Do you guys ever feel like there's like a little bit of amount of gossip that's okay, or is it just altogether not okay? Like do you feel like there's a fine line, and then there's...
Well, we can dive a little bit more into the details of that, but I first wanted to ask, have you guys ever been hurt by gossip before?
Not that I heard. I'm sure there's been...
He didn't hear that. He's...
Wait. Me?
I don't know. I'm sure I have been. I just didn't really know. I never really found out. So
Yeah, I think like
if you gossip about me, you've done a good job. So
I don't not that I can like pinpoint specifically.
This is kind of a funny story. I heard from one of my friends that this girl had said about me that like Emilio's cute until you talk to him or something.
Oh my gosh.
In high
oh
school.
no.
That's so mean.
Yeah. That one kind of stung, I guess. So maybe that counts.
He's cute until you talk to
Did
him.
that girl ever
something
talk
like
to you?
that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Dang.
Sorry, that's so funny. How did you handle that?
I was like, I don't know. I
You're
was
like, yeah,
whatever.
true.
You know?
That's really funny, dude.
It stuck with me.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say I
remembered
was
it.
like super hurt by it, but like it stuck with me.
Sure did.
It's kind of funny.
Why do we think gossip? I guess why does gossip seem so normal in a conversation?
I think it just goes back to the fact that we're like, oh yeah, it's not hurting anyone. They don't know that I'm talking about them, so like, what's the big whoop?
Yeah, I think it's something I still struggle with for sure. I'm never going to be perfect at it, but I think it's something I've cleaned up over the years. I'm just trying to I do my best if that person's not in the room to not talk about them or to talk about them positively, like support them and uplift them. But I mean, I'm not perfect for sure, but
I know we've all had our fair share of discussions about people, so obviously we're all guilty of this.
yeah, 100%.
And it's hard too, like especially if that person hurt someone that you know, and then you're talking about that situation, and you're like, how could this person do that? And that's kind of why I asked before, like, where is that fine line of like,
what
addressing
we
a
should
situation?
define it.
Yeah.
What do you guys think gossip is?
Me. That's my definition.
I think
Talking behind someone's back with the intention to talk down upon them.
Okay, but we could talk about Hitler.
Yeah, but Hitler sucked.
Is it gossip to talk about Hitler?
I guess
We're talking behind his back.
that's true.
I
and
think it's
almost
sad.
every conversation is going to be negative.
That's true.
I think
We
it's
hope
more
it's
in-
negative.
For the record, we hope it's negative.
I would say I think it's more intent because gossip can be true. It doesn't have to be a lie because you could tell the truth to someone, but your intention, I think when you gossip, your intention is to get someone stirred up or to create conversation, or you want it to be about yourself. Like, guess what I found out about Joey the other day?
Right.
And it's going to, I don't know, make me look good because I'm bringing this tea to the conversation, or
Yeah.
maybe I'm jealous of Joey, or I'm angry at Joey, or I just don't like him and I'm bringing his name to the conversation. And it could be a truth. It could be something true.
That's true.
But I probably, if I'm not uplifting him or talking good about him, it's probably for a bad reason. Even if I make it seem like, oh, it's just the truth. I'm just saying how it is. So I don't know how you'd really define it.
How would you define
I
it?
think the way you're defining it is good. Like you're describing the situation that you would find yourself in if you were gossiping. Just to simplify it, I think it's like talking about somebody behind their back. They usually are alive, so the Hitler example doesn't really work. They're usually alive, and you're doing it in a prideful way. So you're like talking about somebody behind their back in a prideful way.
Right.
Which is what Luke is describing as it being about yourself, trying to like put them down or make yourself look better or feel better. That I think that intention that makes it a sin behind it is the pride.
Gotcha.
Because like we could talk about somebody that has cancer in our friend group or something like that, you know, and they that's a negative thing to be talking about, but we could just be talking about how we want to help them or pray for them.
Correct.
You know, that doesn't have to be a negative thing.
Right.
Or sorry, it's a negative thing. It doesn't have to be a prideful thing that we're talking about.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So I think ultimately it's the pride behind it that makes it gossip.
Yeah, we are prideful creatures, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
And that it really always comes back to that. So I'm glad you always bring that up because
Yeah.
it always comes back. It always comes back to Hitler too. People love using Hitler as an example of like extremes.
Yeah. He's the ultimate bad guy
Yeah.
in our society.
Right.
Why do we think we're also so drawn to gossip in general? So we might not be starting the gossip or the conversation, but if we hear people talking crap about someone else or something going on, a lot of times we're like, oh, like
Right,
I want to
it's
hear
funny,
about that,
or
right?
it's the tea. Yeah.
So like, what's the difference then? And is it still sinning if we join in on a conversation? Maybe we don't say anything, but we're listening and we want to listen, compared to like you starting the gossip.
I think just the fact of you listening is still entertaining it. Like, cause you want to hear it because you want to find out like the crap that the other person's dealing with or that they said or that they did. So just you being there, I think that's why it talks about in the Bible of like removing yourself, like flee from it, even when you hear, people, gossiping, which I'm sure we'll get to one of those verses at some point.
I think it's only like, let's say you were locked in a room with people and they're gossiping. Right?
Yeah.
There's no way to remove yourself from the situation.
Well, there's one way. We can cut that.
Okay.
Then
I was gonna just
yeah.
Joey is strapped to a chair and he has no weapons, no way of killing them, and no way of escaping, and they're gossiping.
scream really loud.
His mouth is taped shut.
Okay, so there's no way. I'm
You
in
crop
there.
dust them.
Also, I
He doesn't
farted
have
like
a
3
crop
times.
duster. All right.
I'll admit it. I said it.
I forgive you.
Thank you.
Okay, you're locked in a room. Where were we?
We're locked in a room.
Locked in a room.
There's no way to escape from the situation. It's not necessarily a sin to not remove yourself from that situation if your intentions are not evil.
Is that where then you have to then say something
Yeah.
to kind of combat that?
No, I don't know.
You know
if
what-
always
you know what I
have to
mean?
Say something. Like in Proverbs, it talks a lot about how
Yes,
if you try to correct someone that's foolish, they're just not going to hear it.
that's true.
So I find that a lot in my life. Like there are some people that I know that me trying to correct them is not going to do them any good.
Yeah.
And I have to try to reach them in like some other way.
Okay. So it
Speaking,
just depends
speaking
Because
of
they just don't
Proverbs,
have that level of wisdom to be able to hear that correction. You need to be talking to someone that can take correction, and it is their mindset and their heart is from the right position in order for them to hear it. So I don't know if we necessarily have to be calling people out
Yeah.
all the time.
It probably won't work well for you anyway.
Yeah, I think that then people just categorize you as like a judgmental Christian or something like that, which isn't always bad. Like obviously just preaching the gospel, people are going to categorize you as various bad things. I'm not saying don't preach the gospel, but I think you have to have discernment about how you do it and when you do it.
I think it is a good start. It shows if you don't join in on the gossip.
Yeah.
It speaks pretty loud.
To your point, if you're actively listening to it, you have to take a step back and think about why do you want to listen to this, right? You could have good intentions, like maybe like I want to listen to it because I want to know what other people think about this person, and it's not necessarily like out of pride, but you could be listening to it and thinking like,
Isn't that a slippery
I want to
slope,
hear
though?
this.
I know. For me, it is.
It depends on your heart.
Yeah.
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 Maybe you want to like help this person in some way, and so you need to kind of know what
I
other
see.
people think
I see.
about them. I'm just trying to add some nuance so that we don't become like super legalistic and say like everything is black and white, because I don't think it always is.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately you have to examine your heart and pray about your intentions in everything that you're doing.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Kind of what we were talking about. So Proverbs, speaking of Proverbs, 2019 says, a gossip betrays a confidence, so avoid anyone who talks too much. So that would be like the start of it, is avoid getting sucked into those conversations.
Yeah.
And then Proverbs 16:28 says, a perverse person stirs up conflict and a gossip separates close friends.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a reason why Solomon in Proverbs is talking about gossip frequently, because I think it is linked to pride, and Proverbs is all about humility and pride.
Yeah.
And so I think that even in Solomon's day, he was experiencing this as an issue.
Yeah, I feel like it'll just always be there.
Yeah.
As long as there's humans, there's pride.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's no escaping it.
I think one question to ask too is, when you're having a conversation with someone, are you actually talking to that person and like asking them how they're doing and talking about something relevant? Or are you constantly talking about someone, like not either yourself or that person? If that makes sense. Like, to me, that just seems like a waste. Like, why are you talking to that person? Like, your intent should be focused on that person and getting to know them or asking them questions. And then if you're spending your entire conversation talking about people that aren't even in the room.
Right. Why are we doing that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because you're bound to eventually say something negative or have something negative come up. So just keep that in mind when you're having a conversation. Just think in the back of your head, like, if this person was in the room,
yeah,
would I be saying these things to their face?
Right. If the answer is no.
Would I want people to be doing the same thing to me if I wasn't in the room?
Yeah.
In my experience, one of the easiest ways to shut down gossip is to start talking positively about that person.
Really?
Yeah. Then people just don't really want to gossip anymore.
Okay.
Like,
let's give an example here.
All right.
Oh, okay. Wait. I can't go off of that one. I don't know. I don't even know. So, Luke, did you hear about what Brandon did at work the other day?
Oh, yes, I did.
I can't believe he would do that.
I know, what a terrible guy. Brandon sucks.
Right.
And he's stupid, and I don't like him.
He really is dumb. Right, Milo?
He can do better at certain things, but I think he'll be okay, and we can help him, you know. In those areas that where he's like screwing up, we should probably like have a conversation with him.
No, but I gave up on him long ago.
Yeah, he's a lost cause. Isn't he?
No, I don't think he's a lost cause. I got a lot of hope in him.
Well, thanks for ruining the party.
Yeah, this doesn't make me want to talk about
Exactly. Doesn't it work?
Dude, you killed the vibe.
Party pooper.
But it's like an extinguisher, dude.
It is.
I just find that
it is a fire extinguisher.
Yes. Yeah, people just don't really like that, but how do they respond? Are they going to keep on talking negative?
It totally worked. It made me feel all weird. Like, I don't like that.
What about conversations when someone is uplifting someone else, and then I feel like that's when it really weeds out an actual like gossiper, is when maybe they just want to sneak in something bad.
Right. Like, let's say someone's getting promoted and everyone's like, yeah, they're the perfect fit for this job. Like, I don't see why it would be anyone else. And then that one person in the room is like, well, I feel like they're not great at this, or their communication skills are bad, or, you know, whatever it may be.
Yeah, I feel like it can work like that too. That was such a funny example.
We gotta keep running out scenarios.
Well, to the listeners, like, if you struggle with gossiping, or if you're around people that gossip a lot, just try like being positive instead. And you don't have to be like actively interjecting yourself, but if you're in a conversation and this person like keeps on gossiping, try shifting it towards positive things and just see how that conversation goes.
Yeah.
And I think it might get people thinking maybe they shouldn't be talking the way that they are.
Yeah, it could change their perspective on the person too, even.
Yeah.
Of like, oh yeah, maybe they don't suck.
Yeah.
Maybe Brandon is a good guy.
Yeah.
Shout out Brandon.
Why do we think we ourselves gossip? Like, what's the main reason for us that we gossip?
I think Milo kind of hit it on the head there with the whole pride issue.
Yeah. I think this is where I struggle, because I think some people might think that it makes them feel better about the situation, and that might be a slippery slope. And I want to talk to Brandon about this, like maybe on another conversation, because he had some interesting thoughts, and I think he has a pretty nuanced perspective on it as well.
What was his perspective?
I don't want to go into it too much because I'd rather him like represent his
We're gonna
ideas
gossip about
on
him
it.
right now.
I was gonna say we could just gossip about
I don't
it.
want to misrepresent where he's coming from.
That's all right. That's right.
But I could just kind of summarize it a little bit that Brandon feels the need to talk, like if he's going through a difficult situation with somebody, he feels the need to talk to somebody else about it before he feels more at peace, like with this difficult situation he's having with another person.
Okay.
And I don't think that's inherently bad. I just caution Brandon and anyone that feels like that to just examine their hearts, because it could be dangerous.
Yeah.
And I think that, and even Brandon agreed with me. Going to God is probably like the best like first step.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to God first, I think you're much more protected against like bringing your pride and ego in.
Mm-hmm.
And then you may still have to talk to somebody. I'm not going to deny that. Like some people might need to have a conversation with somebody else, and like it helps organize your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So
first step, go to God.
yeah,
Second step, seek wise counsel.
yes.
Third step,
preferably
gossip.
Christian.
That's
And then
another
third step,
thing.
gossip
I
about
don't
them.
think you should just be talking to anybody.
I
Correct.
yeah, 100%, because you're gonna get like two very different answers of like, hey,
Yeah.
what do you think this person is saying by this, or why do you think this person said this to me? And one person's gonna give you one answer, and then another person's gonna give you another. So like
Right.
it's also based off person, but also being a believer or not. You're gonna get two very different answers, because hopefully one person is gonna give you that truth of like, hey, like maybe approach it this way. And I'm not saying that the non-believer is always going to be wrong, but they're not going to be able to see from like the same perspective.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're always wrong. I think sometimes maybe they might have some insight on the situation, but
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you know,
Another thing is, if you're talking about other people behind their back, you don't know where that's going to lead. Like you don't know where what you are saying is going to go amongst the population or group that you're in, you know? Like what you say gets passed through the person you're talking to another person, and then gets talked to with another person. It can get twisted and morphed, and then it comes all the way back to the person you were talking
Telephone,
about. Yeah. And you have no control over that.
yeah.
A lot of times I think it's just wiser to just not say anything.
Mm.
Unless you know you can trust this person that you're talking to and seeking wise counsel from.
Yeah.
Which a lot of times you don't know that.
Really good point.
So be careful. And there's another Proverbs verse. I can pull it up later, but I think it's like Proverbs 21 or something. But it's talking about like God hates the sin of causing division amongst brethren, or causing division amongst the community. And I think we have this as humans, and our sin nature. We have almost this reflex where we want to cause division.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that in myself, where if I have a problem with somebody, I want to talk to somebody about it. And
It's hard not to.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to actively pray about that and resist that, because I'm like, this is probably causing division. I don't think I should do that.
That reminds me, in Letterkenny, they talk about how like gossip travels fast in a small town. They live in a town
Sure
of
does.
5,000
Yep.
people. It was like an example of one guy was talking crap. He was gossiping, and then someone else is like, "Oh, like be careful, like
Is it the ostrich?
yeah." So like be careful, like word spreads fast in a small town.
Yeah.
And then a group of people like approach him. They fought, and he's like, "I'm sorry, like I meant to say it to your face," and he like says it to his face, and then they fight. But it's a good example of like you never know. You might feel safe and comfortable sharing in a room, and then it could be blown out of context, or that person then could gossip about you, saying, "Look, listen to what this person said about you." So
It's just like a domino effect, or like, you know, when the first, is it the caboose at the front? No,
that's at the back.
that's the back. What's the front?
The
The
front.
conductor? Okay, whatever. The train crashes, and then everything behind it just keeps running into it, and it just snowballs, and then it just only gets worse.
Do we think gossiping really reveals our true hearts? Like what's on our heart?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, part of our sin nature for sure.
Right. Thinking we're better.
Yeah, and it seems like such an easy way to get it out too. I think the biggest way I get caught up in gossip, I think, is thinking that I'm venting. Like I just need to get this off my chest, thinking that it's a good thing, but it's a very slippery slope.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. Like, when is it venting and when is it gossiping?
Motive again.
Mm-hmm.
But it's tricky too, because you might have the right motive and you're saying something, and that person you're talking to,
they're going to take it the wrong way.
Then they could start maybe saying something negative, and you start to agree with them.
Is that where you just, like what Mila was saying, you just kind of have to shut up?
Probably.
I mean,
wouldn't be a bad idea.
But what if it's something that's like really on your mind, and like you just want to find an answer to?
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily bad. If I've had problems with people at work or something like that, sometimes I need to talk to my parents, and I'll talk to my dad about it, and it's like that's never gonna, what I talk about with my dad is never gonna get back to like my coworkers or my classmates or something like that. But God willing, I'm going into that conversation with the intention of strategizing how to help that person, how to be kind to that person, how to be loving, instead of just trying to talk negative about them to grow my own ego or to feed my pride.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just about your intention.
And I think there's a difference. Let's say you had a coworker that you needed to vent about something about another coworker, and they obviously like know each other. Yeah. And you might have the right intent of like, hey, the situation's going on, I need some help or advice, compared to you going to your dad who doesn't know your coworker and just saying, hey, I have a coworker and there's a situation that I need help with.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that your dad he doesn't know that person. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a better situation because it's a third party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then it's more like, hey, I need advice. Am I in the wrong here? What should I do? This is what's going on.
Yeah.
I think that's very different from you then going to a coworker where it's the same workplace and get messy.
And find somebody that's not going to automatically take your side. Yeah. Like my dad or my mom, they don't just automatically take my side, which is good. I think that's part of like wise counsel, like they're saying. You need someone that is going to be objective and willing to criticize your intentions, your actions,
your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have another verse here in Luke chapter 6, verse 45 says, for the mouth speaks what the heart is full of.
I mean, yeah, exactly what we're talking about now.
And then another one, James chapter 3, 5-6 says, likewise, the tongue is a small part of the body, but it makes great boasts. The tongue also is a fire.
Certainly is. Can do a lot of damage for sure. Like, imagine, I've never been on this side of but like, imagine you walk into a room and like, as you're walking into that room, you just hear everyone, just talking crap about you. Like, dude, that would really hurt. Yeah, that would really suck. I mean, I'm sure that's happened to people, but that's never happened to me. Let us know in the comments.
All right, leave really quick and then you can walk
into Like, dude, that feeling must just suck because that, like, you probably have like an identity crisis. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, why do people think this of me? Where do they get that impression?
Yeah. This reminds me of the Office episode where Michael Scott finds out about a truth and he starts sharing with everyone in the office. And then he finds out that it's like a really big deal. So in order to cover it up, he starts making up.
Is that with Stanley?
Yeah.
Is that where he's
Stanley was
wife?
Cheating on his wife and he finds out.
Okay.
And then he feels bad because it's like a really big deal.
Yeah.
So he starts all this gossip about every single person in the office and starts spreading it.
Yep.
And then it gets out,
cover it up.
Yes.
and then it gets out of hand.
Because
he's like, we heard all these different things. Someone's just making up all these gossip, and we can't believe anything. And then someone's like, well, hold on a second. He's like, someone's like, hold on a second. Where did you hear this from? They traced it all back to Michael, and they all got like pissed at him because he was trying to like cover up what was going on. But it just shows that it can get really messy, even if it's a truth. And, it get really messy.
Since we're, talking about gossip, have you guys seen anywhere, in the workplace or know of a situation that you've seen it just like destroy someone? Or I don't know. We could skip this question if it's not. I don't know. I'm just trying to get like a story.
I mean, right now working from home, I don't have to worry about that right now, which is really nice.
That's true.
I don't have to gossip about anything.
Oh, did you hear about Luke? And then you just turn your shoulder.
Hey, shut up. But definitely my previous job. Oh yeah. I don't think it necessarily destroyed anyone's. I mean, it's just like work that it showed up, but definitely gossip.
Yeah.
Someone did something, they messed up, and then they walk away for a little bit, and they're like, talking crap, and it's like, oh boy.
Do you think it speaks louder if we walk away from the situation when we hear people gossiping, or I know we kind of touched on this before, but to take the moral high ground and be like, no, guys, let's not do this? Or do we use the Milo method where we just start complimenting the person? Because I think all three of those different little, devices are really good. Mm-hmm. And I really like that. I want to use that the next time I hear something come up. But then I feel like a lot of the people, at least in my sphere, would be like, what do you mean? Like, this person sucks, or
Yeah, there's a subtle way to do it.
Okay,
you might just have to find that
little subtlety.
Yeah.
Or even if they ask you, like, what do you think about this? You could start to just like diffuse a conversation by just like, I'm not really, I don't really have anything to say about it, showing that you're not interested, because gossip is fun when people are interested in what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point of it. Like, they're interested, they want to hear. But if you're simply just like, I truly don't care, they're not going to want to continue talking to you about it.
Yeah, it kind of fades off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get into gossip in the church. What are your guys' thoughts? Have you guys experienced anything? Have you guys heard anything about gossip destroying relationships in the church, or anything like that?
I've told you guys this before, but I was never part of like a big church.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm inexperienced. Like, I hear about stories from other people.
Really?
I haven't really experienced
I would have thought of these things. That was different though, because it being so small, like Luke's point to Letterkenny, the small town, word gets around quick, small church.
I wasn't a part of it.
Okay.
Like those
so
were that was when I was a kid too.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
fair enough.
When like late high school into college, I wasn't even going to church.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't a part of like very much gossip. I might have heard some things from my parents, but I wasn't part of gossip in that in that setting.
Sure.
And I don't know. Maybe there was gossip. I just don't know.
Yeah.
But a lot of the things that I hear about from you guys or other people in our Bible study, I'm just like, this is kind of alien to me, because I just wasn't ever part of a church like that.
Yeah, I guess when there's a lot of folks, there's more words thrown around in more situations that people are put into.
Yeah.
I don't really have an example. There's definitely been gossip.
Yeah, I'd rather not share my examples, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fine. I was curious, like,
it's a little private.
Yeah, I mean, do we think there's an issue with gossip in the church? I would say for sure, yes.
Yeah. Like, I mean, the pastor probably takes the blunt.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Like, the most of that. You know what I mean? Like, he probably has people, like, talking about him constantly. Like, oh, did you hear how he said it in this message? I don't like how he said that. Or,
Yeah.
I can't even hear about so-and-so. They're on the greeting team or prayer team. Like, they shouldn't be saying that. Just kind of like these little high school conversations that people have are for sure all throughout the church. Yeah. Like, it's going to happen.
It gets real messy as soon as you are in a church environment, because like for us, for example, like our podcast, like we kind of had the freedom to kind of talk about what we want to, which is nice. Like, we don't have
true
super, super high expectations compared to like a pastor running a church, right? Like, we are held to a standard, right? Representing Christ and everything. But yeah, it does kind of suck if you are volunteering or you're part of this team or that team or on the staff, you're a pastor. I think it's really, really easy to compare yourself. Being like, oh, well, they call themselves a Christian and they do this, but on this weekend they did that. or I saw him with that person, or I heard him say that. It's like it gets really messy just because you're in that church environment. And
yeah, dude, I know I resonate with that a lot. Like, to be transparent, like I care a lot what people think about me, and I care about my image too much, and because I want to do my best for the Lord, and in the past I've definitely not done a good job. And so I think of like all of the past relationships, friendships that I've just completely like obliterated because of me not representing Christ in the best way possible. And yeah, I guess that's an issue I have to work on myself, of just not letting, I gotta stop saying, not letting people's opinions weigh so heavy on me. Like,
yeah,
the only being that I should care about, that, you know, I don't even know how I'm trying to say this.
You care a lot about how people think about you because you're trying to represent Christ.
Yes, but also like that's an internal thing I need to work on myself. Yeah. Like just not caring.
I think it's good to care to a point. I think we all should care.
Yeah, but I just kind of hyperfixate.
Not over the top caring. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Because like obviously I want to represent Christ the best way possible, but on the flip side, like I want to look good. I want people to look at me and go, "That's a man of God," or I want people to be like, "Joey's a great guy," but I don't want it just to be that. You know what I mean? Like ultimately, like my heart is longing to lift up Christ in the best way possible, but also my pride, like what Milo was talking about before, gets in the way. And then it's more about me than it is about Christ. And I know for myself, I fall into that. And that's something I would like to work on. So, yeah.
My advice for you is work on it.
Luke has some of the best advice sometimes.
We're going to talk crap behind your back.
Very good. Sometimes I'll have a situation where like none of us really know, or like it could be any four of us. Like we'll be like, oh, this is the situation. And then Luke's answer will just be, well, don't do that thing. Or do this. Like just have it be really simple. And like most of the time he's right.
Yeah, but it pisses me off.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
That's exactly
we should talk crap about him.
Yep. Yes.
I have to pee.
All right, that gives us some time to talk crap about.
Yes. All right, so when I go pee and I come back, and when I'm walking through that curtain over there, I better not hear anything.
We'll just
about
happen
Joey.
to stop our conversation after.
Okay. All right. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, it can get real messy in the church, though. I've definitely experienced some of it, but I'm very oblivious to it now.
Okay.
Like I know certain gyms I've gone to. It's definitely like I hear things, but I'm just like, I just don't care. Okay. And I just like don't want to get wrapped up in it. And I think it's just so, I don't know, man. When I hear people only talking negative, about someone else, it's just like a huge turn off. Just, I don't know. I'm guilty of it though, but I do my best not to.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
I haven't experienced that in the gym. I've minimally experienced it at church. Like I can't even remember, but, I guess more so at work and amongst my family. Like
family's a tricky one.
Yeah. That's where I experience more like gossip. But yeah, I don't know.
What about like talking about like within the church or just Christians in general? Like what about like using prayer requests? Like have you ever experienced anything with that where people are opening up and all right, stop talking about them.
Hey guys.
Oh, we weren't talking about you. Don't worry.
My hands are still a little bit wet, but that's from the water, not from the pee.
I mean, we'll have to cut out that section there so Joey can't hear it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Do you think?
What were they saying?
I've never experienced that.
Like prayer requests? Do you think prayer requests could be used as gossip?
Oh,
if you like,
Lord!
If you're opening up and sharing something,
that's pure evil.
No, evil. Dude, that's where I was kind of getting at for myself. Like, plenty of times where I've seen prayer requests because so I'm a part of the prayer team at church, and throughout the week there's like a list of the prayer requests that people write in, and yeah, to your point, like people are being vulnerable, they're sharing like some really, really heavy things.
Yeah.
And then also you get like, oh, my dog is sick, and then I have cancer.
Yeah, Jordan Plantico doesn't like that.
Yeah, he's not a fan of it. We love you, Jordan. But yeah, you'll get the two extremes, right? And one's not even an extreme. But sometimes when I'm like reading through those, it's like why do I have to pray for your dog?
Oh, okay.
Like,
well, that's not.
Just do it quickly.
And then it feels
Do you think that's
disingenuous.
that's not gossip though? And that's just kind of like.
Yeah, maybe it's not gossip, but that's like the internal judgmental side of me where I like, obviously this means a lot to this person.
Yeah.
To me, their sick dog doesn't mean a whole lot to me. I'm not going to lie, but like, it's just, the intention of it.
Do you think, and I'm not saying that you have or that you would, but do you think in that case, someone could use that? Like, that's what I'm asking. Like, do you think people can turn vulnerability and trust around into gossip like that?
Oh yeah. Because like part of the I don't want to call it agreement, but like Pastor Tommy, pastor at my church, he was telling me, he's like, yep, you're gonna get everything from those two examples that I gave, and just come at it with an open heart and realize that people are being really vulnerable and they're sharing. Some people share a lot, some people share a little. But either way, like, it's not our job to scale that at all. It's our job to pray for them. Ultimately, like that's what you signed up for. You are here to pray for these people. They obviously have some things on their hearts and their minds, on their souls that is weighing down on them. Or, on the flip side, the praises too are always nice to see. Because I feel like a lot of the times, little side tangent, I feel like a lot of the times it's just requests rather than like praises. But it is nice to always see like a praise in there. An area that I need to get better at is actually praying for those people as well, because I'll get the email list of the prayer requests and then kind of look through them like, oh, that's interesting. And then, I'd leave it at that, or, because I feel like there's just like this massive list in my life of people that I need to be praying for. And this is an area again where I need to work on, of like, actually praying for these people. It's my responsibility. It's my job. It's what I signed up for, to truly be praying for these people and what they're going through. But ultimately, to get back to your question, I definitely think that, people have exploited prayer requests, and even maybe when they come up for prayer, at the end of services, that they're like, oh, like, did you hear so-and-so? I've never heard anything like this or been a part of anything like that.
Yeah, and that would
hopefully
really
that never happens to me. Yeah, hopefully I'll let you guys know if that ever does happen. But yeah, hopefully that never crosses my way. But yeah, I could totally see how people can just exploit the whole prayer request realm, if you will. Got lots to say about that, but
I have a couple more verses for us here. I have Ephesians 4, verse 29. Well. It says, do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up.
This verse, man, this one has really, really got to me, because I don't know, in years past, and obviously I still often struggle with it. This is kind of a side tangent from necessarily gossip, but just cleaning up our mouths in general. Like I used to just swear all the time. They're just words. But like, as I realized that like I'm an image bearer of Christ, and people are reading me and they're like, oh, like Joey's a Christian, goes to church on Sunday, is part of Bible study, does a podcast, cool. But he's still like swearing up a storm when he's disc golfing or when he's hanging out with us. Like, why does he do both of those things? Like, we're called to obviously be different and to be separate, but
is that something you felt convicted about?
Totally.
Yeah.
Massive. And hopefully you guys have noticed a change in me in that regards, because it's just, before I just really hated when Christ followers would, take the Lord's name in vain. Like, that's one thing I never touched on, but I didn't care if someone said, ass or shit or whatever. I just said it, but they were just words to me.
It's a lot of heart posture too. I think it's very important, if we feel convicted, that's I'm glad that you listened to that. It can become very legalistic.
Sure.
We were kind of talking about legalism for the previous episode with Jordan and Miranda, but yeah, I think if you're 100% convicted, we should be watching what we're saying around who we're saying it. Obviously we joke around a lot. I think we know each other, and like it's not going to be out of context and stuff. And,
sure.
It's important though, if you're around if you're around other people, and by you saying certain things, is it going to cause them to sin, or is it going to cause them to go down the wrong direction?
Yeah.
You got to be careful about that. You want to make sure you're always representing Christ in the best way possible. Could we do better? Sure. I haven't felt convicted personally about the way that we joke. I think it's just the way that we're friends. Could I be wrong? Possibly.
Sure.
I'm not going to joke like that with everyone though. I think that wouldn't be appropriate or good. I think it could be it could cause other people to stumble or anything like that. But
sure.
Yeah.
I like what it says here in like the middle of it, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. And if we're being, I don't even know what the word is, but if we're just talking flippantly about everyone, like we have no regard for their feelings or their image, that's not cool.
Essentially, if you don't have anything good to say about someone, just shut up.
There you go.
It's like practice.
True.
I need to practice.
It's
I need to preach to myself here, but you got to think before you open your mouth. If you're going to talk about someone, are you going to lift them up? Or are you going to tear them down?
Never gonna live.
And if you're going to tear them down, just like what it also. I'm just thinking about this. Like,
all right, keep going.
Like, how do we're grown adults, and we're okay with talking behind someone's back?
It's high school crap.
Like,
it is. It's high school crap. At the end of the day.
Honestly, if you want to gossip about someone, go say it to their face. I'm okay with that. Go say it to their face.
I agree.
And like, if you're not comfortable doing that, then you just got to shut up. I don't know.
Plain and simple, folks.
But once again, I need to work on it too. I'm not perfect. Yeah. I'm far from it. But
the part about like saying certain words that actually happened to me recently, where like we amongst our group, we kind of talk a certain way and use certain words.
Cut this.
Yeah, and it's like
I don't.
We don't have any.
Okay.
We don't. There's nothing that we don't have evil intentions about it. We're not trying to put other people down, but we like use certain words that might be offensive.
Certain words.
Yes, and one of my friends asked me not to say like certain things.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
so respectfully.
Yeah, and so I was like, dude, you're one of my best friends. Obviously, I'll stop saying that stuff around you.
Yeah,
I'm not going to completely stop saying that because I like I told him, I don't have any evil intentions about it. It's not
right.
But if it's offensive to you, I'll absolutely respect that.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely good to respect
Unwholesome
someone
talk.
if they don't feel comfortable hearing it or someone else saying it, for sure. But you got to, definitely. Once again, if it's causing someone to stumble, to sin, we need to be checking our hearts and our posture with that.
Also, like, I don't know if you mentioned this, Proverbs 11:13. A gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret. I just like how it talks about like it betrays the confidence that's between the two people, because then there's that trust is just gone.
Yeah.
Or even if like you and I are talking about Emilio, like you're going to be less likely to trust me because you know that I'm giving into that, and you're like, oh, Joey's just going to talk about anyone in any way. Like, what's he going to say about me? I don't trust that guy. He's weird.
We've definitely talked about some of our friends behind their backs.
Yes.
I think in general, we're trying to like strategize how to help them. It's not necessarily like we're just trying to put them down or like feed our egos. We're talking amongst ourselves because there's a problem with one of our friends and we want to try to help them and solve the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's gossip.
Which I think we've done a really good job.
Yeah.
I think we've done a good job with that in the past, because I know I can think of one specific scenario that we all came together and be like, hey, like that's not cool for you to do.
And then we beat that person up
with sticks.
Stones.
I just don't want to.
What was that? Sticks and stones break my bones. We couldn't figure that out that one time.
Sticks and stones will break my bones,
but words hurt the most.
But words will never hurt me. Yeah. Did we struggle on that one?
Oh yeah, we all struggled on it. I don't even know what it is.
The three of us. Mm-hmm. Just the three of us.
To kind of bring this to a conclusion, what are some ways that some ways that the listeners could fight against gossip or prevent gossiping for themselves or other people that they're around?
Pray about it. Examine your intentions whenever you're in a situation like that. Read Proverbs. It'll teach you a lot about situations where you need to be aware of your own pride and work on being more humble, and try to be positive about people instead of being negative about them. You might be in a conversation where you're talking with someone about another person behind their back, but that doesn't mean you have to be negative about them. You can be trying to find ways to be encouraging or make it into a positive. So there's plenty of ways to re-strategize this.
100%.
That's a great answer. Just to piggyback off that, I would say just run to the hills. If you know you're going to stumble, just get up on out of there. Like if you
get up and get.
If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Like just remove yourself from that situation, because you're just going to betray that confidence with that person, whether they found out or not. But it's just not a good image to have. And if we're trying to be image of Christ, we need to be held to that higher standard. So that would be my one practical thing, is just run up out of there.
Get up and get.
Get up and skip.
I got two last verses for us as we close out here. I have Colossians chapter 4, verse 6. It says, "Let your conversation be always full of grace." And then Psalms 141, verse 3 says, "Set a guard over my mouth, Lord. Keep watch over the door of my lips."
It's just a powerful thing. The Bible, just mentions it multiple times of how powerful our words are and how the tongue can cut, deep. So I think when the Bible repeats itself, it's obviously trying to convey the message of, hey, this is really important, Mm-hmm. So, Lobes, you want to give the listeners a nice, simplified answer?
If you're going to gossip about us, don't let us find out.
Or in the comments.
We'll find you. I would just say just practice, really practice love. Love is super important. Focus also when you're having a conversation with someone, be intentional with them. Focus on talking between you and that group of people, that person. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to talk about someone who is not in the room, think to yourself, is it going to lift them up or tear them down? And then just, same thing. Like, would you want that person to be talking crap behind your back if you weren't there? So practice love, represent Christ in the best way that you can, and shut up if you have nothing good to say. So that's what I got.
Very good.
But
that was a good conversation, by the way.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I needed to hear it.
All right. Well, listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you guys. And as always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share. This is the Campfire Council Podcast.
All right. Let's talk crap about Luke.
Yes.
Meet me in another room.